welcome our next candidate for Aljunied GRC, Mrs. Lim Hwee Hua.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting a lift here, but your presence, your strong support has given me a real lift in my spirits. Thank you very much. For our junior voters, I've been told that I'm quiet by nature. I may not always grab headlines. I may not have 50,000 Facebook friends or fans. And I'm no firebrand politician. But I've been working hard like many women. Behind the scenes, working hard, working diligently, day in, day out, championing women and family causes. As part of my ongoing engagements, I recently met with two groups of people. The first group, the stay-at-home moms, and the second group, young parents, to discuss the challenges of bringing up children. Now, many of you may not know, but I took 4 years off work after the arrival of my second child to be a stay-at-home mom. So I wanted to see whether the challenges that I encountered them still remain today. Some of the challenges in terms of juggling, in terms of trying to manage the different roles remain, but new challenges have also emerged. I know firsthand how hard it is to be a full-time homemaker. And this is really an inspiration for the concept 24/7. Homemakers existed before that concept. Because as a homemaker, you have no medical leave. Therefore, I want to salute homemakers especially tonight, as their sacrifice is tremendous. And this is a great expression of their love for their families. But I'm also encouraged by the increasing role that today's daddies are playing. Well, you can see them out in the shopping centers, in the streets. Daddies are more involved. You see them feeding babies, carrying babies, changing the diapers, pushing strollers, and sometimes even cooking at home. And I'm sure there are many such daddies in the crowd, right? So we are at a stage where we have true joint parenting, and that has enabled many of us women to continue to develop our careers and at the same time look after our elderly parents. We women in Singapore have been described in the following ways. We're talented, we're confident, we're smart, we're kind, we're trustworthy, we're responsible, we're committed. And as they say in Chinese, 24小妈妈. Well, I believe we are this and more. We are also daily jugglers. We have many responsibilities on our plate, looking after our elderly parents, working hard at our jobs, and providing the best for our children. And every day, we make trade-offs. For example, sometimes our young daughter may be sick and can't go to school. So what do? We call up, we apply for leave. And we hope our bosses understand. Or when there is the year-end workload in the office, what do? We rope in the daddies, we rope in our grandparents to ask them to help look after our children. Women are good at multitasking. Well, I'm very glad that the men agree too. Well, a woman can do the following things: supervise children doing homework, read the newspapers, and plan the next day's program all at the same time. And Men are sometimes envious of this ability. Well, some ladies are even called Superwoman, Wonder Woman. Because we keep our families going, we keep them well looked after, we keep them protected, we keep them secure, while we work hard and we do well at our jobs. But many also feel it is increasingly stressful. As they say in Hokkien, Jin Xiong, Jin Chuan. Well, I've been a mother for 28 years, and now a grandmother for almost 7 months. I have seen how times are different. Policies and support systems therefore have to change and evolve to better help we women realize our aspirations. I want to continue working alongside families to help them realize their aspirations and dreams for the different members of their families. A happy and healthy Akong Ama, good childcare or schools for the children so that they can develop their careers without having to worry every day. Well, we hope to start from Aljunied. Over the next 5 to 10 years, the PAP team would like to work with you on many of the initiatives, but let me just highlight 2. For the young, we will work towards more infant and childcare facilities at the different locations throughout the GRC. We will look at before and after school care in terms of setting up centers so that we can look after the children after school. We will also ensure that we have sufficient playgrounds to nurture active children. Now, we will also help not just the children but also the senior citizens. We will help them to keep fit and healthy by providing exercise equipment dotted all over the RCs and the NCs, and to organize more community fun activities like brisk walking, and even to teach them how to Google. For those who are less mobile or who need some kind of social interaction throughout the day, we will provide activity centers and daycare centers like St. Luke's so that they will not feel lonely at home. Akong Ama, 未来5年我们希望您能过得更幸福、更快乐。我们将为您提供更多的运动设施，那么主办有趣的活动，像竞走。那么我们也有医疗中心，帮助行动不方便的乐龄人士。除此以外，我们也会照顾孩子，照顾他们的需要。那么在更多的地方，开设托儿所和游乐场。Well, so apart from the local initiatives at the national level, I would also want to ensure that companies and employers are as family-friendly as possible. Actually, many employers are setting good examples. They are allowing flexi work arrangements, but I believe that more can be done. I grew up in a family of 9. I remember at the end of the day, my mother would simply count and see that none of the children was missing before she shut the door. But she ensured that we were well fed and well behaved in school. Now it's very different. Our families are smaller, and our society is part of a global environment that places a high value and emphasis on educational qualifications and skills. Now, this came through very clearly whenever I visit residents in the homes, and when I see a picture on the wall, a family portrait with graduates, you can sense the pride and joy in the parents. And a lot of these graduates are graduates of our PAP Community Foundation kindergartens. We all hope that our children will be adaptable, will be well equipped to handle all the different and changing new situations, that they can deal with markets and situations beyond Singapore, and ultimately to make a good living. We want them to grow their own families. We want them to live happy and safe. And this is perfectly logical because we all want the best for our children. Career options have widened for Singaporeans as we take on a greater role as a business, financial, and transportation hub. And this is a good thing. This is something that will give us even more opportunities in time to come. But now, many mummies and daddies travel regularly as part of the work. So home responsibilities, community initiatives, and government support will have to be modified over time to incorporate and take account this trend. Things do not happen overnight. Nurturing families can be increasingly difficult and challenging. In these changing global times, let us be the team to bring you through. Now, Aljunied voters, I want to thank you for your participation and the many suggestions over the last 5 years since I joined and 15 years since I look after the Serangoon area. And we have been able to make Aljunied our home a safe and secure one. We are now familiar with your needs and we have great plans for your family's future. In fact, over the last few days, many residents have stepped forward and say, because they know us and we know them, and that relationship is very precious. All we ask for is the privilege to continue working with you for at least the next 5 years so that we can build strong families together. As they say in Chinese, 有家才有国. So let's begin with strong families. Please vote for us, vote the PAP. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lim Hwee Hua, Minister in Prime Minister's Office and Second Minister for Finance and Transport.